Welcome. I think there was, it said one person was waiting, so welcome one person. Uh, well, a lot of things have happened since yesterday. I'll just start out with saying yesterday, the hotel we were staying at was a nice hotel, but the internet was horrible. So I watched the live stream that I did on my phone. It looked fine, but I went back and watched it because I like to read the comments again because sometimes they scroll pretty fast, and I'm not able to read all the comments. So I like to watch it again, and so that I just know what you guys were saying to me. And then also when it publishes, then people are able to watch it later. Hi, hi from Malaysia. You're my first comment, so I want to thank you for that. Wang, yeah, because that way I know it's working. And really the funnest part of doing this live stream for me, oh, you're from Malaysia too. Hey, the funnest part for me, Tommy, hi Tommy, the funnest part for me is really reading your comments because then I feel like I'm with you. So I almost feel like, hey, from Toronto, I almost feel like I'm hanging out with a friend. And then, hey, Andy. And then I'm catching up with my friends. So for the first couple minutes, I just like to say hi to everyone. Buddha pose. I think it's called the sleeping Buddha, but I'm awake. But yeah, it's kind of the Buddha pose. I think the Buddha pose would be like, oh, this is pretty comfortable. I think this is actually the sleeping Buddha pose. But right now I'm doing the leaning up Buddha pose. Nashville, Tennessee. Nice to see you. I didn't see the name. It went too fast. But I got to get a haircut. This is a disaster. What's happening? Chicago, hi. Argentina. That's cool. I think you're the first person on during the live feed. Argentina. Yeah, you'd be the same time as Nashville. So it's about 10:40 here, so that would be 9:40 in Nashville. So maybe in the morning in Argentina. Where am I now? That's a good question. So I'm still in Ningguo City, which is James' hometown, but the hotel that we were staying at, the internet was really bad. So we've actually come, and it was only like a 4-minute Shanghai, North NYC. Oh, Uncle Dan, I didn't see the name, but so it's only a 4-minute drive. But I think we're at Ningguo City is surrounded by mountains, and I think we're at the foot of a mountain. So we went from a big hotel that was by the river. So I don't really know if they're downtown or not, but we drove like 4 minutes, and now I think we're at the foot of the mountain. So, as you guys know, if you've watched a few of the live streams, plans change every day. Yeah, James' hometown we're still here, and they are having the wedding in this town on the 21st of, what is this month? January, March, April 21st. And I think it's like the 12th or 13th or 14th. I don't really know because I haven't seen a calendar for a long time. I found out they do have calendars in China, but they're wrong. They're not wrong. They're just it's a different calendar. But anyway, Lynette's gonna love it. So, like I said, plans change all the time. So today we were gonna go to and get Okay, I'm telling you the original plans. The original plans as of yesterday were that this morning we would get up and go to get another town or another city to get our rental clothes for the wedding. I don't know, because the wedding planner, I think they have a wedding planner then she recommended we go to this other town. So it turns out today is Saturday. I do know that. So today is Saturday, and I guess they're swamped at the wedding rental place or the clothes rental place. So we're gonna go there on Tuesday, but that's only the plan for now. So it could change because really plans change. It seems like every hour. And then we were also gonna go visit one of Jay's friends and classmates from school, and he owns a lake. Welcome to China. Oh, thank you. And then, oh, I can't read your name. So he owns a lake, I guess, and it's in this town. And I think he does a business too. I think he does like an outdoor sports business. Um, and I leave my door open when we're at the hotel if we're not getting dressed or something, because that way Jay and Ari can come in and we can walk back and forth to the rooms. Jersey City, that's cool, so cool, my home state. But it is gorgeous here. Yeah, we're at the foot of the mountain, so I can't wait to go out and explore. So anyway, we were gonna get up early and go to the town for our clothes, and then we were gonna visit Jay's friend that owns the lake. And then we were gonna, maybe, I don't know. And it might change already. But because our car is so full, well, another new thing, because I'm giving you the inside scoops. So the wedding is on the 21st, and as of right now, there's a cool shoe company called Erke, E-R-K-E, and they're going to be doing, they're planning on doing a live stream with where they sell shoes on the 19th. Now, the headquarters for that company is in a different town, and this is, I guess, a small city. But so they will have to travel maybe 1,000 miles here and then set up like the studio. They're like, I mean, they're a really big company. They're kind of like the Nike of China. And so that's the plan, is they want to do it on the 19th, which is actually 2 days before the wedding. But because of the logistics, because it's so far, because Jay and Ari, when they first got here, they did a live stream with those guys, and I thank you guys for supporting them, because they sold a lot of shoes. So, and some of you guys have even told me that to support them, you bought 2 and 3 pairs. Since you buy shoes anyway, you said, well, since they're doing a live stream, I'll support them and buy my shoes now when they're live streaming. So that would be, I think, I don't even know if today's the 13th, so that'd be in maybe 6 days. And so me and Lynette would be on that too, and I don't know, I hope I can sing a little bit, I don't know. But I'll be a part. Jay said I could be a part of that live stream, so that'll be fun. Like we did on that T, when we did the T Mountain thing, that was so fun. So anyway, that was the plans, but the plans changed this morning because Jay has to upload things, and he's doing business, all over the world, really. But the internet was horrible. Now, in the middle of the night, when everyone else was asleep, at 4 in the morning, I woke up and I was able to get on the internet. But I tried. Well, you guys saw, if you saw the live stream yesterday, the internet was terrible. So for that reason alone, we switched hotels. And I think, are you guys seeing me okay? Is it like yesterday where it was all just cutting out and freezing the frame? It seemed, I mean, even loading everything, this already seems like a faster internet. But does it look okay to you guys? Look, the 3D. Is it in 3? It looks pretty good today. Okay, great. So we literally changed hotels just because of the internet. And I said, Jay, I really want to live stream and talk to my people. So if guys, you are officially my people. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Hi, my name is Doufu. Lao Doufu. Yes, I have officially adopted that name, Lao Doufu. Because some people say that little Xiao Doufu, that he looks like me. New York City, nice to see you. Which suburb or what part of New York City are you from? Do you live in now? Old Tofu, that's right, not stinky tofu. There's little tofu and now there's old tofu, because some people said that we kind of look alike. So I like that name, Lao Doufu. And I don't know if it's because it's Jay's hometown or if it's because I guess we've been on some national news even. And then he has a lot of followers, several million followers in platforms in China. But everywhere we go now, people are are recognizing us and taking photos, and it might just be because it's Jay's hometown. Um, but so it's a lot of fun to say hi to people, and their smiles on their face are so big, and they just look so happy and excited. Um, oh, so anyway, they have some stuff. He has a few boxes in the car from the live stream. Old iron, yes, 3D. Fist bump. Oh, you watched? Okay, well, you watched some concert footage yesterday. Yeah, that was me. Let's see. I don't have the long hair. My hair used to be pretty long, as you saw. But, look, I don't know how to get rid of that roll. Actually, some people have been giving me advice to lose. Hey, Australia, some advice to lose weight, but I haven't taken it yet. Oh, thank you. Anonymous said that Ari is a special, beautiful American girl. She really is. Shenzhen, I assume that's a city in China, but Shenzhen, I don't know if I've heard of it. There's so few. I only heard of 3 cities before I came here. Share how you raised those amazing kids. Well, I mean, some of you guys know this, but we homeschooled. Means Dan H. What does H mean in Dan H? It's just my last name, Huisinga. And even though my parents spoke German, it's now a Dutch name. But I asked my dad about that once. I said, why do you guys speak German, but the name is Dutch? And he said, back then the borders changed all the time. So apparently, Holland and Germany, and Prussia, for a while it was Prussia. I know I want to get a haircut. Literally, I haven't had time to do anything other than, I have a little time in the morning, and then I usually try to do a live stream, and then we watch Doufu for about an hour and a half so that Jane Ari can get some rest, because he's up every 2 hours still. So they're young parents. So we like to help him as much as we can. Plus, we just love hanging out with him. He has grown so much. Little Xiao Doufu has grown so much since he's been in China. Like, when we came to China, he wasn't able to crawl. Now he's crawling. He's not super fast yet, but he knows how to. Australia. So anyway, our car, even though it's a 7-passenger car, when the third seat is up, there's only room for really like 2 suitcases in the back. So now we have the baby stroller, and it's going to be a Chinese style wedding. I have to say, I'm kind of shocked by how expensive it is, because everything has been relatively inexpensive if compared to American dollars. But I was kind of shocked how expensive a traditional Chinese wedding is. Do I feel sad in the USA? We'll have a war. I actually don't think so. I don't believe so. And that's a part of why I want the American people to get to know the Chinese people, because I don't think they'd want to fight them. But I don't believe there will be a war between America and China. But I don't know, and this is not a political show, so next time I won't comment on any political messages. But I don't think there'll be a war. Do you know Lao Doufu is kind of a break first? I don't know that. Buddha live, sleeping Buddha live, yeah. By the way, even in America, they said I have Buddha ears, and I didn't know. And I never looked at my ears. But then I looked at the statues of Buddha, and I do have Buddha ears, 3D Buddha ears. But going back to my story, so the new plans for today, since I don't know if everything changed or just the fact, well, anyway, to get internet, we switched hotels, but there's not enough room in the car for everyone. So we took me and Lynette's suitcase, and we're sharing a suitcase, by the way. No, we brought 2 suitcases, but in order to travel all together in the van, we combined everything into 1 suitcase. And then the stuff we didn't need for like 5 days, we're leaving at Jay's mom's house. So, and I do recommend if any of you come to China, and really, and if you travel anywhere, but especially if you come to China, and it's not the most travel friendly country that I've ever been to. It may be the least travel friendly country I've ever been to. Not that they're not friendly to travelers, but it's more a little more difficult. I was surprised how much English is on the signs. Of course, every international airport, there's English on all the signs in the airport. But also in the bigger cities, there's English. And I've been surprised of how many people are able to speak English once they kind of feel comfortable, because they learn it in school, and they learn it, how to read it and write it. But so to get back to my story, that's already taken me 15 minutes to try to finish telling. So Jay brought me here along with all the boxes for the live stream on the 19th, or his live stream for Erke. I don't know how you pronounce it, ERKE. The shoes on the 19th, and then our luggage, and then he's going back to the hotel to get Ari and Lynette and Xiao Doufu, and then the rest of the luggage, and bring it here. So right now, I don't know how many cities I'll visit on this trip. I think I've already visited 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th city, so I think at least 6. And originally, Jay said between 7 and 9, so, or 7 and 10 or something. But like I said, the plans change probably every hour. So in the morning, we kind of know what time we should get up, but we don't really know where we're gonna go or what we're gonna do. Beijing, hey, Yan and Chen. So we're going to, I guess we're gonna have lunch with a friend of his, and I think it might be around 11 o'clock. Does this have a clock on it? No, it doesn't. It would take a lifetime to see all of China. I know. So, and the truth is, I think I'm really gonna, Shanghai, Hangzhou, Nanjing, and Ningguo are 4 of the 4 cities that we've been to so far. Thank you for keeping track, because it's almost 11 a.m. Okay, that makes sense. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it took about I think we're on day 12. So, I mean, I feel pretty good. I still get tired sometimes, but that's probably just from being, old. I don't know. And we're doing a lot of walking. And so I slept pretty long last night. I slept like 5 or 6 hours. So right now, we're going to be staying another month. The original plan was 6 weeks. And we're already talking. I might stay another 3 or 4 weeks. Lynette might stay. We're still kind of deciding. She was going to go back to take a trip that was planned with May May, but May May said, "Mom, you might, while you're over there, you might want to just, they were going to take a mother-daughter trip to Nashville, but they can do that, I think, other times as well." So we're not sure when Lynette's going back. But if she stays another 3 weeks, then I'll stay 3 more weeks and then go back. Because she does have a medical procedure in like 5 weeks after our scheduled departure date. So that's up in there. But if she goes back in 1 month, then I will probably stay 1 more month so that I can go back and be with her before her medical procedure. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I told you so that Ari and Mom and everyone, they're going to come here. And right now the plan, I don't really know what the rest of the plan is. A couple things I thought would be interesting to tell people that were planning on coming. Actually, I look thinner this way because I don't have that huge belly roll. Is one, try to pack light. And another thing that I didn't know is really, don't worry about forgetting anything. You can buy everything here. So there's stores everywhere, and you can, so there, every toiletry you need, you can buy here. I always pack light anyway, just bring little stuff. Don't worry about bringing snacks or, drinks or anything. Everything is here. The only thing, if you're big like me, the only thing that I would maybe recommend bringing is shoes. If you have really big feet, you might not be able to find shoes your size here. Because I'm having a little bit of trouble. Because actually, I do want to wear. I really like the shoes that Jay and Ari wear, but they're they might have a pair. Oh, am I offline? I don't know. It says offline, but anyway. So this is a live stream, and I think there's 284 people watching right now. But after, and people around the world are in different time zones, and some people are asleep and some people are at work. So I love it if there's even 20 of you that can talk to me, because that's what makes it fun, is that I feel I'm with my friends. I'm size 14. I have worn size 15. I can wear 13, and I think I can squeeze into a 12 if I wear like super thin silk stockings, but I'm pretty comfortable in a 14 or 13. I don't remember, because it's even hard for me to find. I like the shoes that have what's called a rocker bottom. It's kind of a rounded bottom. And I have a friend in Holland named Tom Van Loon, and he saw me walk once, and I was actually probably 40 or 50 pounds heavier. That was like 3 years ago. I was at my heaviest. And he said, Dan, you have to get, and he was also my sound man on some of my tours in Europe. And he said, Dan, you have to, for the way you walk and everything, you need to go register at local police stations. I don't, because, so if there's only certain hotels that I'm going to say Americans, because I don't know. I think the rules, like the visa rules, are different for every country. So now I'm just talking about Americans. There's only you can't stay at every hotel. I mean, there's like hotels for like $7 US a night, and like, $12 a night. But Americans can only stay at hotels that are authorized, I guess, by the government for Americans to stay at. And pretty much they're nicer hotels. And yeah, I know, I was going to get into that. We don't have to register with the police. So apparently, I mean, I don't even know. I haven't had any trouble. I mean, I've been, talking to police, and just motioning. We've been having a good time. But, so I'm unaware of that. You have to register with police, because someone on the internet, because we watch, travel vlogs, or somewhere I heard that if you stay at one of the authorized hotels, apparently they, you're authorized to be there, and I don't know. I mean, you do have to get fingerprinted when you come into the country, and they have cameras everywhere. So I'm just assuming that everyone who wants to know where I am or what I'm doing, that's an official, that they're pretty easy to find me. So I don't know exactly, but I don't. So I've never needed to register with the police, and no one has to register with the police, because no one's. I don't even know what that is about. But I will say this: someone said, "Well, there's so many cameras there. Doesn't that bother you?" And I've heard, now there's cameras everywhere in London and then New York City. But the truth is, I like it, because I love being on camera. I'm an entertainer. I've been on TV shows around the world. I've been on TV shows in Brazil and in Africa and in Europe. So I love being on cameras. Sometimes I wave to the cameras and I say, I hope someone's watching. But so it doesn't bother me. And Jay is going to take us to like a real small town that probably doesn't have any cameras. It's considered the country, like a village. But we haven't been to any places yet. We've only been to places. The smallest city is 450,000, and that's Jay's hometown, where we're at right now. Let's see. Oh, so I was going to say just a couple of things I've noticed. One, there's no salt and pepper at the tables, but we haven't needed it at all. I stopped the rest stops on the highway, even though I wouldn't want to drive here. Maybe if I was in the countryside, I do want to rent a scooter because it looks so fun. But I think I would want to do it in a smaller area. Do I have any plans to lose? Wait, yes, okay. Yes, I do. I already have. I lost 50 pounds. Come on. I look pretty good. I'm doing pretty good for losing 50 pounds. Uh, if someone just sees me for the first time, they go, "Oh, you're kind of fat." But if I said, "Well, I've lost 50 pounds," they go, "Oh, you're looking good." I know. If I could eat if I could eat at that vegetarian restaurant every day, I know I would lose weight because all my vegetarian friends are super skinny. Yes, we've tried Western food in China. We didn't eat in, and yeah, we did. Ate at a Pizza Hut. That was kind of disappointing. We got carry in, no, the delivery, Burger King. That was okay. We got hamburgers at KFC, and we also even got like chicken sandwich, which they call burgers. KFC was excellent. That was probably one of the best fast food hamburgers I've ever eaten was from KFC. And KFC doesn't even serve, when I say hamburgers, beef burgers. They don't even serve beef burgers in America. So KFC has been the best Western food. We did eat at a restaurant with Jay's cousin in Nanjing that was the closest, and I guess it was Cantonese food. It wasn't really spicy at all. But that was the closest to what I've eaten in American Chinese restaurants. And yeah, we're planning on staying in hotels all the time because we're going to be traveling around. And even when we're in the hometown now, they have the places that they live aren't huge. The food position, they're not huge, and I have to. We haven't. I tried to buy a space heater yet. We haven't been able to find one. One, I like the white noise of the fan, and two, I like it pretty warm. And I guess they don't have heat in their houses. Fingerprints, yeah. Have we tried milk? Yeah, the milk is great here. I do believe, even when I leave, I do believe I'll be back here. So I believe this will not be my only trip to China. Do they have a McDonald's? We have not eaten at McDonald's yet. And I saw Dairy Queen also yesterday. So another thing we did that was pretty cool, and I took some footage of it, and Jay said, "Hey, can I have that footage?" Because when I know I haven't tried a foot massage yet, but I really want to. And actually, now this resort or this hotel, I guess called the bed and breakfast, but it looks like a hotel to me, so I don't really know what the difference is. It doesn't look like it's close to any businesses. So, good morning. Oh, my new name is Doufu. So, the channel will still be called Lao Changren, but my new name is Doufu. Yes, I know I'm lucky, and I know that we're blessed. Who will come together next time? I don't know. If Jay has to come to work and if Ari has to, stay home, I'd love to come with Jay. And when I used to tour, I would say about most of my tours were solo tours. So it was just me alone on stage with my guitar. Loud Doufu sounds good, I know, right? Good morning, Ricky. And so if and then I always had a limit of 40 days to be away from Lynette. So if I was going to be somewhere more than 40 days, then she'd come over. Like if I was going to do a 3-month tour. Good morning. I love you from Malaysia, and I love you guys too. And I'm not afraid to say it. Shenzhen, not to come to Shenzhen. I mean, I don't know. We might. I don't even know where it's at. I know that there's kind of a tropical place that's in the south of China And I love water and oceans and warm weather. Good morning, Eric. So I'm hoping we can go there, but I don't know. You like my music? That's great. I'll sing a song today. I didn't get to sing a song yesterday because the reception was bad. But I'll have to think of a song. But in fact, they released some of the songs. I mean, I think people just bootleg it in some of the Chinese platforms. So if there's a song that you want to hear, I'll sing it for you at the end of the show. Uh, yeah, so we're currently in China, in Jay's hometown. And I haven't seen any live bands yet. Outside, when we were in Nanjing, outside our hotel room at about 7 to 9 or 6 to 8 for a couple hours, there was a singer, and I recognized some of the songs. They did a song from Jay Chow. They did Rice Fields, The Fragrance of Rice. And I recognized that song. But it's just a guy singing to, tracks, or I guess it's similar to KTV. Um, And then the first night was pretty good. The guy the second night was maybe not as good, but it still sounded okay. It was fun. So I think they'll show it maybe on Jay Nari's video. Um, I don't know how long we're gonna stay in Jay's hometown. I know the wedding is here, and I think they're trying to do the live stream here. So we might stay here until the wedding, which is the 21st, if it's the 13th. So maybe eight more days. But I think we're going to take a day trip to Yellow Mountain, because I think it's kind of close to here. So I don't know if we'll drive back or spend the night there. loud Doufu, loud tofu. Um, and then I think because Megan and Ross is coming, I'm forgetting now, but like I think 3 or 4 days, and then so we might go to Yellow Mountain with them. So that'd be really fun. Oh, cool. I someone finally said, finally caught your live stream. Yes, you're live. I can read your comments. And then David said, David Peng, I recognize his name. I recognize his name from Jay Nari's videos, because I still do. The first day or so when the video comes out, I read all the comments. I use a translator, and I read all the comments because it really helped me learn about the Chinese people. It's interesting. Some of the cooking here is similar to Jay's cooking. So, and we're just so busy. So it's not like that I miss his cooking. But what's interesting, almost every meal, I was handsome. I used to be handsome. Thank you. No, thank you. Hey, New York. So what we do though, and I don't think they show it all the time. They don't film it, but after every meal, we compare it to Jay's cooking. And sometimes we say it's as good. I think maybe there was one thing that Jay had made that we said, you know what, this is better than what Jay made. But usually, still, even though we're here in China, and maybe it's just because we're Americans, but we still like most of the foods we eat, even if they're pretty good, is different from Jay's. And sometimes if it's the same thing, Jay's is always fresh, and it's always, perfect. And it doesn't have to be made for a lot of people. He's just making a small amount. Start a music band in China. I don't know. Those days are over. I'll still, I can play, I can do, I can go on a TV show or do a concert or something, but I don't want to start a band I've been there, done that. I don't want to do that whole thing again. But I love to sing and I love music. So if there's a good band a drummer, I had seen a video of a drummer. He's called the Mad Drummer or the Crazy Drummer, and he came over to play on a Billy special. And so I watched this video, and it was interesting. He brought tons of snacks. It was interesting because he toured the way that I toured. Like when I toured, because a lot of my tours were solo tours, and it's better to travel with a traveling companion. So anyway, I offered to go back to finish an earlier story. I told Jay actually on the way over. I know I haven't told him yet, But I want to tell Jay, hey, if you ever have to come to China and to do some work or something, I'd love to come with you, because it is better to have a traveling companion than to travel alone. And so, and since I'm on some of his live streams, if he comes over here to do a live stream, maybe I can come with him. Uh, um, okay, I went back to that story now. I was at another story. I don't remember. It'll come. It'll come to me. After COVID, a few Americans came. Do you think they were wrong? No, because you got to remember, we only get the news that our lying media tells to us. So, and I think I told you a couple days ago, I mean, most people my age, at least the majority, there's some people that are always going to believe what they're told. But uh, most Americans my age, or even 50 and older, don't trust the news, don't believe the news anymore. And that's the traditional news. We get, so even Lynette gets most of her news now from the internet and her friends. It's like a collection of internet moms that talk to each other and they trust each other. Oh, and going back to the way we raise our children, we raise our children to love to learn. And when I used to be a international sales and marketing director at a record company, I would have people come from all over the world. So when Ari was 8 years old, she would be, hey, Nia. I'll leave my door open until someone else is going to their hotel room so they can shut the door so I won't be bothering them. So even from a young age, Ari and her sisters and my son, in fact, I took my son to several countries because I had so many frequent flights. I was like platinum with American Airlines, so I had a lot of free miles. So I would take my son when he was 11 and 10 and 12 and 13, 14. I'd take him on overseas trips to me. So they always had an environment of learning, and since we homeschooled, we were able to just make our education a part of our everyday life. And then when Ari was 8 and older, when my guests would come from other countries and we'd have sales conferences, I would have them. They would dress in their little Chinese dresses that I bought, I think, in Singapore, and they would serve coffee and tea, and they would serve all the international guests, and they were just beautiful little girls. I think on one of Jay and Ari's videos, there's a picture you can see Ari of actually a little girl wearing a Lao Doufu, wearing a Chinese dress. There's a name for it. I just don't know what it is. But that's how we wanted them to love to learn. And that's, I think, what helped them be raised. Well, someone said that I did a good job raising them. So Lynette did most of the homeschooling, and then when they get to be a certain age, they learn on their own. Yeah, the fact that Ari married Jay, I probably shouldn't even say this. Good morning, Singapore. Good morning. I have a good friend there, Joseph Rashish. I might go visit him if I have time. But Ari's a little bit like me, I think. But she's a very unique person, and she's pretty strong-willed. And yet she wants, she's very feminine, but she's strong. And I always wondered who in the world is gonna be Ari's husband, because it's gonna take a very unique and special man. And to be honest, I didn't think that there would be an American man that could marry her. So I wasn't surprised at all that she married a Chinese man. And when I think I've met, if you watched, and some of you probably haven't even seen some of Jay and Ari's old videos, because I think some of you are new. But when I met Jay, his English wasn't very good. He really didn't speak English very well. But when I met him, it was so cool because he sat right next to me. We're at Ari's graduation as proud father. I'll say this every time. She graduated with two other girls, summa cum laude, at a huge, college. I think graduating class was like 10 or 20,000. Hi, Singapore. So, and so Jay had met her, and they were friends. I don't think they weren't really dating yet. In fact, I don't know, you maybe know this if you saw some of their videos, but their first date or their first get together was with one of Jay's students, and Jay brought one of his students, and I brought May May. So to make it more of a kind of a casual non-date. And Jay said later that he was so nervous he could barely look at Ari, and Ari said afterwards, I said, "Oh, how did your date go?" And she said, "I don't know. He didn't really look at me." So that's good. It sounds like Jay. Now that I know him better, I can see that I've seen him really nervous a couple times. Like when he asked me and Lynette permission to marry him, he was shaking. Even though he had a thing written out that he wanted to tell us why he wanted to marry her and how he loved her and everything. I can't play the harmonica. But and he was so nervous he had to stop several times, and he was just shaking. So I know what Jay looks like when he's nervous. But anyway, so when I first met him, we were at the Ari's graduation from Tennessee State University, I think is where she went, or something like that. And I think that was in Murfreesboro. So she drove like an hour every day an hour each way to go to school because she was still living with us. So I sat next to him, and we couldn't, we didn't really communicate much, but there was just a peace that kind of came over me after meeting Jay, and I think it was from his countenance. And so, and someone asked me, I think 2 days ago, have I run into any xenophobia? And I said, there's jerks everywhere. And I started realizing about racism. Racism is completely stupid because it's apparently racism is judging someone based on their skin color. Well, okay, that's dumb, but I realized that you're prejudiced against everyone. Like there's white Americans that if I meet them, you're prejudiced against people based on the clothes they wear, based on, a lot of different things. When you meet someone, there's people that you go, okay, I should watch out for this guy. That's just normal. That's just natural. That's just self-preservation that you want to, protect yourself from bad things. And if you meet someone and then maybe, maybe if they have like a bunch of tattoos of knives and skulls, you might think, I don't know, this guy looks like he may have, he might be a criminal. I don't know what they think, but I'm saying when you meet people, you kind of have first impressions, and I realized I don't have any first or any negative or positive impressions based on skin color. I only have positive, negative. And the biggest thing that I noticed, because people that you can tell by their clothing that they don't have much money. And then there's people that, you can tell, oh, they have a lot of money. Or you think that they do. But I realized what I judge people most by is their countenance, which is their facial expressions. So when I meet someone, and they're very poor, they have no money, but their smile is so warm and big and open, I immediately like that person. And when I meet someone who is very, hey Lynette, I'm doing a live stream.
Oh, hi.
Oh, come, can you show them the flowers? Because I want to tell a little story. When we went to America, we met in America and I bought her flowers. That's an A. And then we went to Belgium and I bought her flowers, and that's a B. And now we came to China, and I thought we were going to be in the same hotel room for several days. So I bought her my ABC flowers.
Here you go.
Oh no,
I just climbed 5 flights of stairs.
Oh yeah, this hotel doesn't have a, anyway.
Anyway,
Oh,
flowers.
So she made it. So Ari's okay? Yeah, you have to be careful. There's a step in our hotel room. So Ari's here too then?
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone's here now. Danny, your open-minded father. Well, let me go back to my story. By the way, honey, this is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's like we're at the foot of a mountain.
There's bamboo trees all over.
Isn't this amazing? Did you see the pool outside with the glass wall?
Yeah, I don't know if they let you swim yet, but...
And they might, but I felt the water. It was pretty cold.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. And I think the flowers I bought her in Belgium, we were what, 21 years old or something? I think she dried them. I think she still has them somewhere. But anyway, going back to finish my story, and I've met very wealthy people, and some have just open, friendly, smiling, and happy, and they're great. But then I've met some rich people that they just look nasty. They look mean. So I don't think you can judge, don't judge people by their skin color or their wealth. I do judge people by their countenance. There's people that go, I trust that person. Anyway, do a video tour of the whole, that's a good idea. I should do it because this place it's the coolest place was still that tea hotel. But this place now, it reminds me of that a little bit because it's out in nature and there's no city. In fact, all I hear right now is birds. And I don't even think our window's open, but I can still hear birds. So I will show you this. That's a good idea. I have a couple, I don't know why they haven't released. They've asked me to wait to release them on this platform until they release my edited videos in China, but I gotta talk to them and ask them when they're doing it. But so when I met Jay, I judged him on his countenance, and within probably 30 seconds, 45 seconds, I felt
How's the Wi-Fi?
Hey, the Wi-Fi is great.
But we have to leave to have lunch.
Oh, we have to leave now. Hey Jay, you want to come here and say hi to my friends?
Hello.
So you got Ari and Shadolfin, everyone's okay?
Yes.
So we're going to eat lunch with your friend now?
Yes.
Okay.
All
So
right.
I'm going to wrap it up here. So I'll sing a song before I go. Hey, Hong Kong. But everyone's here now. And then I will later, and the internet works great, so hopefully I can do a live stream tomorrow too at around 10 or so my time. But I never know what the schedule is going to be. And also, I mean, some people said it'd be fun if I did more than one, but I don't have mobile. So, I mean, I might do another one later on, but I'm not expecting that many viewers. But I really like how many viewers we have on when I do them in the morning like this. So, no one, or maybe someone did and I didn't see it, but no one really put down any songs that they wanted to hear. So, I don't know where we're gonna go eat. I never know, but that's kind of the fun of it. And you guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me because it really makes it fun for me. Honey, what song should I sing?
I don't know, does Jay want to go?
Yeah, he wants to go, so I better make it. I'll just sing. I guess no one wants to hear me sing. Oh, hallelujah. I don't know that song. My son knows that. I can't take my eyes off of you. I'm going to sing one of my own songs or else I'll get copyright strike against me.
That's what our friend is waiting for.
Okay, the friend's waiting.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's sing a song for Spanky. Let's sing a song for Spanky. let's sing a song for Spanky so we can see his facial expressions.
Make sure you have the card in the drawer shelf.
Okay, hey, I love you guys. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, and you guys have a great day. Okay, bye-bye. I love you.